Yo! That was a quiet yo because everyone's asleep. So, top tip when training fasted in the morning, make sure you get at least a litre of water in you, because a dehydrated muscle is an unhealthy, non-functional muscle and you won't get a pump. That's real clean, man. What's up? So, what's the plan? What's the lowdown? What's the game plan? 2 shows down this year. Pro debut in Alicante. I'll talk about these later. And the UK Pro. So, what happened? Alicante, I got 15th. Tan was just, I've done a recap video of this already, so I'm not going to go into detail, but the tan was just off. You know, everything just kind of, not everything, I'm not going to say everything went wrong, because it didn't, because my physique was on point and I was really happy with my physique. But backstage, it kind of went a little bit pear-shaped, you know. I started pumping up in a hoodie, don't know why I did that, sweated my ass off. You know, especially being in a hotter country as well. Sweated the tan off, you know. I asked for 2 coats of tan. I thought it was enough. It looked enough, but apparently it wasn't enough. And the tan was, yeah, I was very washed out on stage. And it didn't show, obviously, as expected, you know, the detail and the condition that I really had. And that really affected me, definitely. And obviously, backstage, one of the ladies who was tanning the other guys actually said to me, you know, you look a lot lighter than these other guys. And I sort of looked down at myself, and I know you don't really see it on yourself, you know. I was like, no, I'm not, bitch, I'm cool. So I actually went on stage, you know, feeling pretty confident. Didn't get a great pump. Something that I noted to try and fix for the next show, because it seems to be a reoccurring thing that I just can't get a good pump backstage. But nonetheless, I was kind of used to that, so I went on stage feeling pretty good. And then obviously didn't get the first call out, which was gutting, but I kind of felt that I had that coming. There were some big guys. Didn't get the second call out. The other UK boys did. That hurt. I feel like, looking back on the pictures, I feel I deserved, had my tan been on point, which it wasn't, so that's kind of a stupid statement to make, but had my tan been on point, I should have deserved a second call out, but I didn't. I got a third call out, and that's pretty much what happened. So moving into the next show, we fixed both problems. So I started sunbedding every single day at one point leading up to the show. Maybe that's not good for you, but it worked. I got a really good base colour. I was the darkest that I'd ever, still not that dark, but I was the darkest that I'd ever been without any tan, and that really helped. A lot of people actually said that I had one of the better, like, well, a lot of people, but a few people, you know, said that I had one of the best tans on stage. It was a nice deep colour. And yeah, so we resolved that issue, and we done something that I'd never done before. 2 hours pre-stage, had a burger and fries. Not a huge burger and fries, but I went to woke up, had meal 1 as normal, which was oats and eggs. So I had my normal meal, and then moving on after that, I had a burger and fries with a amazing lemon muffin that James gave me. It was incredible. Don't know what the hell they put in that muffin, but my god, that went down a treat. But yeah, had a single patty burger. I think I went for just a little, I think they call it a little cheeseburger, so it's a single patty. I didn't want all the bacon and stuff in it. In my head it was just more shit to digest, so single patty burger, cheeseburger, the little one, lettuce, tomatoes, ketchup, mustard and mayo and gherkins, because if you know, you know. And then I had a regular I was going to have a little fries. I haven't actually told James this. I was going to have a little fries, which is about 70 carbs. But there was a German guy in front of me, and I was speaking to him, and he was picking up a Five Guys for a guy called Mike Summerfield, who got third in Alicante, and he was competing that day as well. And I was like, I'm going to see what he orders, and he ordered a regular fries. So I was like, motherfucker, I'm going to have a regular fries. So I ordered a regular fries, and I just thought, look, you know, I'll eat until I feel comfortable. I'm definitely not going to overeat. I'm not going to blow it, you know, for show day. But, you know, I started putting the fries down. I think it was 130 carbs in the regular. But I started putting them down, and you know what? I was just chewing my food slowly, taking my time, and the food was going down really well, you know. And I'd got about 3/4 of the way through, or just over halfway through the regular fries, and I was like, man, this is... like, I feel sweet. My stomach still feels tight as hell. I don't feel bloated. I don't feel full at all. So I just done the whole fries. In my mind, you know, I had 2 hours till stage anyway. So it wasn't really a problem, and it wasn't. And you know what? I feel like it was the best, and people have confirmed this, is the best I've ever looked on stage. I had a great pump backstage. I had a phenomenal pump. And I took my time with the pump. Something I normally do is, you know, what most people tell you is, I don't pump up till 10 minutes before. So that's what I'd always do. I'd pump up till 10 minutes. I'd wait till 10 minutes before, and then I'd start pumping up. But I'd always find myself pumping up quite fast, because, you know, you feel like you're being rushed on stage. Like they're constantly at you backstage, you know, telling you to get ready and going on stage, you know, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. So I find myself rushing, and I'd get like I wouldn't get that deep pump, you know, you get enough blood in the muscle and it just lasts. And I think that was a problem. So I started pumping up a good 20 minutes before I went on stage, but I took my time with it. I just treated it like a training session. You know, I was taking a minute or two, 2 minutes in between sets, and I was just doing good, you know, quality sets, really squeezing the muscle. Nothing heavy weights. Max I used was a 10 kilo dumbbell, but really squeezing the muscle. You know, I'd done a couple of exercises on chest, a couple on back, then went through the delts, a little bit of arms, and then once I'd done that, I'd done it again. So I'd done like 2 circuits. And I had a great pump. Went on stage feeling great. And you know, the poses feel so much better when you have a good pump. You just feel a lot more solid. When you hit the pose, you feel like you've really hit it, you know, because you've got good contractions everywhere. And I think personally for me, having that much better pump on stage made the world of difference. But unfortunately, still wasn't good enough. Placed 5th in that show, behind Shane Cullen and Michael DeBull, who I actually beat to get my pro card last year. And you know, I'm going to be honest, nothing taken away from them guys. They're phenomenal bodybuilders. But in my opinion, looking at the pictures, you know, which I'm entitled to say, I feel like I could have placed possibly above them. I feel like I could have been 3rd or maybe 4th. You know, Michael's got a lot more muscle on me for sure. Great condition, great bodybuilder. I just don't think he has a classic flow, and I think that should be taken into account a little bit more in the judging. And this is not me being a sore loser or anything. I'm just being real with you guys. You know, people want to know my opinion, so that's my opinion. I feel like I could have been 3rd maybe. But the top guys, 1 and 2, outright deserved their placings. You know, they have a ton of muscle. They have good, I haven't really seen the guy who won it, but definitely Mike. Great flow, great physique, and I'm 20 pounds under the weight limit. So that is the plan going forward. This year is going into off season is to put that 20 pound, not put that 20 pounds on this year, but I'm going to try and get about 8 to 10 pounds on. I've never really done a proper good off season, you know, where I've constantly eaten my meals like I should do. This year that's going to happen, so you're going to see a different John Lofthouse come 2021, and I'm pretty confident that when that 8 to 10 pounds that I can put on this year is going to make an incredible difference in my physique. I'm going to back off my quads. I'm only going to hit my quads every other week, and when I do hit them, it's going to be nothing to failure. It's just going to be a pump, probably only 2 or 3 exercises. I'm going to hit my hamstrings and calves hard. So in my mind, by the end of sort of coming to next year, my leg proportions should be much better. Much bigger calves, much thicker hamstrings to go with the quads. And then I'm just going to keep smashing the torso. I think my back's good, but I don't think you can ever have too much back. So I'm going to continue to smash my back once a week. You know, and I'm going to really bring up my chest and delts and arms. I think my arms are good, but they just need more thickness. You know, I'm a fairly tall guy as a bodybuilders go, just under 5'11". So I just need that chest, delt and arm thickness. That's what I really need. So that's what I'm going to focus on. I also really want to focus on hitting my abs a lot harder this year. Mainly just my, my abdominals, not my obliques, but just my abdominals. I want to thicken them up. I want to get them a little bit deeper. Bob Waterhouse was on stage. He's got a phenomenal set of abs, and yeah, I want to bring a lot more thickness, a lot more separation into my abdominals, and I think that's going to make that front relax shot, along with the extra muscle, the tissue in the chest and delts. I think it's going to make that front relax shot look a lot more impressive, which is what I need. A lot more muscle up top, and just a little bit more going on in the midsection. I think it will bring my midsection in a lot tighter as well, which is something that seems to be always come in last for me. Is actually my lower back and my midsection are the last things to get really tight. I think my glutes get tighter than before my abs. So yeah, that's the plan moving forward. I'm just going to continue. I'm probably going to push my body weight up to at least 105 this year. Heaviest I've ever been up till now is 98 kilos. So I'm going to push my body weight up to about 105, maybe a little bit more, depends how I'm looking. And yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan to move forward. That's the recap of all the shows. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you at meal 3. So, it's off season for moi, which means it's probably off season for a lot of y'all. So I am going to take you through John Lofthouse's special homemade burgers, and they're better than Five Guys. Tomatoes, cheese. I think that's. I need an onion. The ingredients. The ingredients. 20% fat beef mince. Now these are obviously I would do these burgers as more like a clean cheat meal. So we go for the 20% mince, 20% fat mince, basically because it tastes a lot better. If I was just having normal mince, just like during the week, then I'd get like the 5% stuff. But when it's a little midweek cheat, we go for the 20% fat because it tastes a lot better, man. I mean, you could do 5% and add like some olive oil for a little bit cleaner fats, but heck, it's only once a week. Yeah. Brioche buns, the seeded kind, because that's what Five Guys do. If you don't want seeded, you don't have to get seeded. Pickles or gherkins or sweet sour cucumbers, whatever you want to call them, they go towards making the sauce. Oh yes, we're going to do a homemade sauce. Lettuce, it's called romaine lettuce because it just flattens down easier in the burger. Mayo, got light stuff there, I don't know why. 1 onion. Tomatoes. Cheese. And there's more. We need some salt and pepper that goes towards the sauce. We also need ketchup and what I just bought from Tesco's, spicy sriracha mayo. We got this from Tesco's. It's a Yo product. Is that like Yo sushi? It's a Yo product. Sriracha mayo, really good. Really gives a little kick in the sauce. You can use mustard as well. Sometimes you use this, a little bit of Frenchie's mustard, but I've been using that sriracha mayo instead. And then a little bit of olive oil to cook the burgers in. And that's pretty much it. First step, caramelize the onions. There we go. A little bit of olive oil, knob of butter. Get the onions cooking. Next, we need to slice the tomatoes, cut up the lettuce, and slice up 1 pickle, gherkin, sweet sour cucumber, whatever the fuck it's called. 2 slices of tomato per burger. I'm doing 3 burgers, 2 for me, 1 for Annie. So 6 slices of tomato, 3 slices of the romaine lettuce, whatever it's called. 4 slices of cheese, which I've just squashed onto my t-shirt because 1 slice, 3 burgers are gonna have 1 slice and 1's gonna have 2 slices because I had 4 slices left, so I thought I might as well just use all of the slices. So onto the sauce, okay? Start off with 1 pickle, gherkin, sweet and sour cucumber, whatever you want to call it. Mayo is the main ingredient, so we go with a load of mayo, then we go with a little bit less tomato sauce, and then a splash of the sriracha. Wait. Salt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough. Pepper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because it doesn't come out that quick. Mix it up. And it should come out like a orangey kind of colour. Oh yes. Chef Lon Lofthouse. Boom. That is our burger sauce. The burgers. So, base, sauce, 2 slices of tomato, 1 slice of lettuce. Then we got the burgers cooking. We've got to split these bad boys. Boom. Boom. Oh no, the cheese is sticking together. We've got to peel the cheese off. There it is. Burgers. Looks like there's a hole missing out of the front of this one. They taste pretty goddamn good. They taste better than Five Guys, let me tell you. Fresh out the frying pan. So I've had these quite a few times in the last week, but generally this is a clean cheat that's supposed to be sort of midweek, and then it's supposed to have like a dirty cheat at the end of the week. But obviously it's post-show. So post-show. So I've kind of been having multiple cheats every day, and I don't feel guilty about it. So yeah, that's it. Try it for yourself. Don't try it. Whatever. Peace.